First of all, I just want to remind folks, if you go back a couple months, you didn't have any of this. You go back a couple weeks, you had signs, developments, searches. In the last 2 weeks, you have the physical, lawful search of Mr. Clark's home, and now a physical interaction to get the phone of Mr. Eastman. Those are two people at the center of the last-ditch dead-ender coup plotting, focusing on January 6th and/or elector fraud. Do you view this as bad news for them and a sign the DOJ is going up the chain, or too early to tell?
It's bad news for both of them. I mean, essentially, the only way the government could have obtained either of those warrants is to have probable cause, one, that there was evidence of a crime, in the case of Eastman, on his phone, and there was evidence of a crime in Clark's apartment. Now, that probable cause cannot be stale, meaning it has to be current. And don't forget, all of these activities that occurred were around January 6th, almost over 6 months ago. And so somehow the government has come up with current information on both of these individuals. That is, somebody has either ratted out John Eastman, or somebody has somehow found out that he's got information on that telephone, whether it's calls to various people that are recorded there, whether it's emails. I mean, he's got the iPhone 12, which can actually contain all kinds of documents, for all we know. All these documents that were subpoenaed by the committee, some of which weren't turned over by the court. So somebody somewhere has basically put in the government's possession the fact that there is information on their current, and that there was information in the apartment of Jeffrey Clark. So that is what is so breathtaking here.
Yeah, and I want to jump in. I want to build it because I only have you for another minute. There's all the violence of January 6th that's been prosecuted, and whether there are further links, we don't know. But the public evidence against these two people, Clark and Eastman, is really more about what they did with Trump going into the 6th, meaning if there were no violence that day, would these still be likely searches and lawful warrants? Because what we do know, Nick, is that they're involved with alleged crimes that didn't require violence. They required obstructing or stealing an election.
No, that's right. I mean, in the case of Eastman, it's the phony electors. In the case of Jeffrey Clark, it's trying to basically come up with a letter saying, lying that there was fraud in the election to try and get the state of Georgia to rescind and take back its electoral votes from Joe Biden. So, yes, there are different crimes here. But again, this shows that the government is on top of this because they've got somebody or people who are telling them things that are very current. I mean, when I was a prosecutor, I was always concerned about. Sorry.
I just want to get you one more thing. I keep moving you, Nick, but these aren't traditional prosecutors. According to Eastman, it came out of the Inspector General's office. In a sentence or two, does that matter?
Yeah, it could, because that could be the place where the evidence came from. It could be that somehow the Inspector General, at least with Eastman, came across the current evidence that made the probable cause for this warrant.
Very interesting. And to remind people, Inspector General, that's like the watchdog. So if you have people who are lawyers or DOJ officials who are acting badly or like criminals, the IG is the first place to start. Whether it got worse than that, we don't know yet. Can't prejudge. But Nick Ackerman says it's very bad news for them. On a night with more time, I'd love to spend more time with you, sir. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.